Hello lovely students and welcome back to English with Lucy. I have an advanced grammar lesson for you today. We are going to cover the subjunctive mood. And if I were you, I'd pay attention. This lesson is aimed at B2 to C1 learners of English, and if you are working towards those levels, I have something incredibly exciting for you. We are running a special promotion on our Advanced Grammar Challenge. This is an amazing 30-day challenge that covers over 50 of the most common advanced grammar mistakes. In just 30 days, you will have a grammar transformation. It's a video-based course with lots of exercises and a teacher-led support community for questions. We cover topics like intensifiers, the subjunctive, advanced comparatives, mixed conditionals, punctuation, the works. Your grammar issues solved. If you would like to see this special price and to join, click on the link in the description box, but hurry, the offer ends soon. Right, let's get started with the lesson. You probably already use the subjunctive mood at certain times when you're speaking English, particularly in some conditional sentences. If you have ever said, "If I were you," you have used the subjunctive. I want to help you expand your knowledge with a few different verbs we use in the subjunctive mood. But firstly, what is the subjunctive mood? We use it to express wishes and imagine situations and to make proposals and suggestions. Let's look at wish, if only, and would rather. They often have this construction. I wish he were here. If only I were taller. I would rather he played outside more often instead of always sitting on the computer. These are examples of the subjunctive mood. Now, you will often hear native speakers say, "I wish he was here," for example. The subjunctive mood in general is slowly falling out of use, but it's imperative that you learn it if you want to pass any exam or test in English. You will hear lots of native speakers using it, and you'll especially want to use it in more formal situations and in writing. Let's talk about the subjunctive verb forms. The present subjunctive uses the base form of the verb with all subjects. We use the present subjunctive to talk about a present or future hypothetical. For example, I suggested he stop eating out so often if he wants to save money. You can see that I used the base form of the verb stop and not stops, as would normally follow a third-person singular subject. It is often tricky to see that the subjunctive is being used if the sentence doesn't contain a third-person singular subject. If I said, I suggested they stop eating out so often if they want to save money, you can't see that the verb stop is in the subjunctive form, but this is a subjunctive sentence. In the past subjunctive, we use the past simple form, or with be, we use were with all subjects. We use the past subjunctive to talk about things that we wish were true or that we wish had happened in the past. I wish she were here. Again, we use were and not was to indicate that this is something imagined. We often use the past subjunctive in subordinate clauses that begin with as though, as if, and if, as well as with the verb wish. Some examples: he looked straight through me as if I were invisible. Or Dylan seemed so confident as though he knew he would win from the very beginning. In the second example, it's difficult to see the subjunctive being used, but it is there. Now let's talk about verbs and phrases that are followed by the subjunctive. Sentences in the subjunctive mood often contain multiple clauses. Here are some of the phrases and verbs that can be followed by the subjunctive with examples. Suggest. I suggest he go home immediately and check on his mum. Recommend. I recommend you take 2 tablets per day. Request. We requested that she come an hour earlier to help us set up. Demand. He demands they clean their rooms right now. Ask. I ask that we change the time of the event as so many people can't make it. Insist. They insisted he move his car as it is blocking the road. Propose. She proposes the team continue training for as long as possible tonight. It is important that. It is important that she be given priority. It is advisable that. It is advisable that they stay outside for as short a time as possible. It is imperative that. It is imperative that work stop immediately while we wait for the inspector. Finally, I'd like to show you some common phrases in English that contain the subjunctive. Suffice to say. Suffice to say, Ellen wasn't very happy when they arrived 2 hours late. Or, be that as it may. Be that as it may, we can't wait for them forever. One of my favourites, heaven forbid. Heaven forbid anything happen to them. And so be it. We use that on its own. So be it. This is an expression of acceptance or resignation. So be it. I'll let you have the job. Come what may. They're pushing ahead with the new road, come what may. And finally, far be it. Far be it from me to tell anyone what to do. With far be it from me to tell anyone what to do, it's saying that I'm not intending to tell anyone what to do. If I say far be it from me to criticise, I might be preceding something that might sound like criticism, but I don't want it to be criticism. All of these phrases sound incredibly formal and quite old-fashioned. I personally like them. I think they sound very eloquent and interesting. Right, that's it for today's lesson. If you found that useful, I think the Advanced Grammar Challenge will be perfect for you. The link to join and to see the special offer price is in the description box. Hurry, that ends soon. Don't forget to connect with me on all of my social media. I've got my Instagram, English with Lucy, and my personal one, @Lucy. You can also check out all of my English courses. There are so many there to choose from. I will see you soon for another lesson. Bye! Today we're learning about the subjunctive. Great, brilliant start there.